Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're here with this pattern that was 3906. No, I'm sorry, 2906 over on friendshipbracelets.net. It's a little bit harder than I even kind of thought it would be. The little diamond at the end of the blue thing, well, I don't even think that was really the problem. I think the real catch was there's a large area where the lighter brown sort of can go in any direction, and there was no clear way of making that go easier. So yeah, it was a little, that part was probably the harder part of it. There are two shades of brown in this, and it wasn't until I kind of got underway that I noticed that they're just maybe not enough contrast. I guess on the camera you can kind of see that there's two different ones, but they are really close to each other. And in hindsight, I'm really honestly thinking that I think I would have liked it more if there was more contrast. I do like the blue with the brown though. The light blue with the brown, I think that really came out really nice. But yeah, the two shades of brown, it's like almost a shadow effect, which I guess is cool. I mean, it's still, in real life, it's still pretty cool. I just, a lot of the bracelets, a lot of the colors and stuff I choose is, will it look good on camera? Will it look good recording it, as well as looking good afterwards? And I'm not sure that you can really make out the difference. The outer part where it just keeps doing that little, like 3-knot triangle, that part's really kind of easy. It's kind of fun, the fact that it keeps doing that again and again. That was pretty neat. But yeah, there's just a huge clump of a whole bunch of knots having to do stuff. They have no real direction. It doesn't matter which way they go, but it would be better if they all do it the same way each time, because that consistency will help make the bracelet kind of have a better form to it. So you may notice, if you're trying to like knot along to the way I'm doing it, you may notice there's an effort going on to sort of change it up, but I didn't quite get it the way I would have liked. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty critical on my own, like how I do stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just I want it to be perfect. Well, maybe not perfect. That's a strong word. I want it to be good. I know there are some people out there who will, if a knot doesn't land exactly the way it's supposed to, they will pick it apart and retry it again and stuff. And whereas I would skip it. That's character. That's not a problem. But there are elements of this I kind of wish were a little bit better. Like maybe I figured out a better way of doing the segment. And it's a segment where, if you look at the pattern, the red is in a big chunk in between, like where those two dots are, and between where the dark thing is. There's just a lot of little knots in one little space. And yeah, I think as I got a little further on, I think I started getting it. So mind you, this bracelet took me a little more than an hour to make. And in fact, there's a small segment that gets kind of chopped out of it. Kind of right there. That was it. I was expecting it right then, but yeah, that was it. So I thought I had stopped the video, took a break, and then when I hit the record to start again. I stopped it. So like there was a long duration of where the video, or like nothing was happening. And then after about 5 minutes, I suddenly realized, like, whoa, wait a second, this isn't recording. What am I doing? And so I had to, like I said, there's just this little space where it didn't work out. So this latter half here, I think things started kind of going a little bit smoother. You might actually check the way the pattern runs, because it did feel a lot easier in the latter half of it. So that was kind of neat. And since we're past the halfway point, let me just thank my YouTube members for making this stuff possible. I really do appreciate having them around. It's like $4 a month to become a member, and the money goes towards getting string and supplies and stuff like that. So I've been doing this for a while. This is video number 999, if you can believe that. It's pretty amazing. So here's to the next 1,000 videos, and hopefully we can keep doing things differently and coming up with new patterns and trying new things and experimenting with them. This pattern in particular, I don't think I really did anything different with it other than to locate what I wanted to have centered, and then made it so that way the whole thing would end up balanced in the end, which, I mean, that's not a huge thing in all reality. I mean, like, I think all bracelets should have that. I just don't think that everybody tries that. I don't think a majority of the people just start wherever it seems convenient on the pattern itself, and then kind of wing it to see, you know, it'll end where it ends kind of thing. And I don't know. I'm kind of fussy about that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I want the right kind of symmetry. I want it to look really good, because sometimes the difference between somebody buying it and not might just be that symmetry, or might be the fact that, you know, they see something a little extra put into the work, and that could make the difference. And you know, or even if you're not selling your bracelets, maybe you're going to give it to a friend. I think they might notice if you put in the extra effort. So I certainly try. I think it's a way to do it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think that it doesn't matter as long as it's, you know, bracelet length and stuff, or do you think it does matter to have it looking like, you know, there was some effort involved? We're getting near the end, I think. There's only like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only like 7 of them, and 2 of those are kind of shortened. Oh, that was a thing too. Getting towards the end, making sure that I got it to do the same thing. That was kind of a trick. Yeah, this is coming into the end. Like those strings, those at the edges, they're done. Yeah. So hey, that means you made it through the whole video. Thank you. That's awesome. Much appreciated. The big reveal's coming up. So yeah, if you haven't already hit that like button, please do it. It really does help the channel out a lot. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.